Hey, good morning, guys. Morning. Uncle Craig here on the Bonnock with my view of my rice paddies. Actually, not mine, they're my neighbors. I don't know what we're doing with our rice paddies, but I know it's a nice day. It's overcast, but it's perfect weather. Why, man? Why? The cats sees me over here and just gotta come over here and check out what's going on. Right? Meow. Well, I was out for the count yesterday because the day before we went to that Carabao concert, and I did drink too many beers. I drank 6 beers, but they're those tall cans. So what's that, like 10 beers? And yeah, I was in bed all day. Pretty much get up, take aspirin, get something to eat, go back to bed. I needed it anyway because I was working on the shop house, and you know, those cement posts. I decided to use cement posts as brace work for the deck out there because I just couldn't see having to mix, 16 inches of cement to make, 5 different braces or whatever. Anyway, I went and bought them. They delivered them, and then I had to, they boom trucked them off onto the ground, and then I had to use my Greek method to hoik them over, put them in place, and every socket in my arm, shoulder, wrist, elbow, and my back and my neck were just like wrenched from that. So I would probably not even be able to do anything yesterday anyway. So it worked out. I was hungover and my body got rest, although I can still feel it this morning. I still feel weak. So needless to say, don't drink to excess. Oh wow, some of these flowers. So here are some of the flowers. Remember in that other video I was saying how my wife, when I asked her where she planted all my seeds, she's like, you'll see. So, and we saw the sunflowers and all these other flowers and stuff. But I just see these now, which are the little ones. Those are cool. They look healthy. Look like leaves are quite big, so maybe those will turn out to be healthy. And of course my cat stays over there. See, he likes the view too, man. He likes that seat. You can see anything that moves. Or I should see everything that moves. That's what I should say. And my wife has been at it this morning, burning stuff, the pyro that she is. She likes to think keeps the mosquitoes away. She got all the little burn piles. You see, the killing fields. And the electrician is here today. This is a one-man job. This guy, he had like a little cafe or something, earn money, pay his way through trade school, electrician, and then made his own business and pretty much does everything himself. Certainly jobs like this where one house or whatever, he did the small lockdown, and now he's doing this house. Just basically brings everything in his work car. But yeah, here, let's check it out for a minute. And check out the utility belt on this guy. That is your classic PVC utility belt. Whoa, gotta zoom out there. Built by man, for man. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put the air conditioning over this part right here, and then I'll have the plugs on the bottom external. Actually, this one's probably gonna have to be over here because there's gonna be a breaker switch for that aircon. And then I'm gonna run this will be the sliding door, right? So I have a light switch here with the plug in it, plug receptacle for the refrigerator. And then over here is a counter, so on this side I'll have a 4 receptacle for all the kitchen stuff, microwave, whatever. Same here, 4 plug on the bottom for stuff, and that plug is actually gonna be on that wall because the bed will be there, so you wanna reach down and plug stuff in down there. Should be no problem. Inside the bathroom, it'll be right inside the door here. This will also have another breaker switch for the shower. So, but it's gonna be pretty tricky. I'm gonna run that conduiting up behind here so I can lay the roof flat. I don't want the conduiting on the outside of the roof, you know. That'd be difficult. So, you know. Anyway, let me get back at you. I go to some stuff. So yeah, this is what I was talking about with the cement posts on the. And normally these posts are like, you know, the posts that run up here. But I did like 10 different ways. And I thought, you know what? These kind of work out kind of perfect. Because now I can either put wood or cement, the cement platforms on top of there. Of course, this is just a setup. I'm gonna have to, you know, secure the posts, and then I'll create the whole another cement. I will mix cement for the support on all these, and I'm probably gonna countersink a hole through this at an angle into the wall before I cement that all up again, and that'll be fine. I think it worked out, but it was a beast to get those poles from a lane over there all the way over here, man. These first 3 are 3 meters, and then it's a 2.5 meter, and then a 2 meter, or no, yeah, 2.5, and the rest are 3. The 2 I can pretty much lift it and carry it. The other ones, yeah, no way. I couldn't lift it, so I would have to lift one end and kind of swing it over, lift the other end, swing it over, and then actually I put down a piece of old piece of plywood that I had there, and then I would drag it on the plywood to be able to, you know, either push it or pull it on top of the plywood to be able to, you know, reduce the friction of trying to get on the ground. But I was thinking of making some kind of rig where I put wheels on it and I can just drag it like that, but the ground over there is all full of broken cement and stuff, so I couldn't really wheel anything over it to get it in place. I literally had to carry it and drag it. Lift, drag, pull, turn, lift, drag, pull. Whew, like a bitch. And now this pond, again, I'm getting a little too much on the morning glory over here, the pack bone. It's all young right now, but as soon as that thing takes hold, it'll be a nightmare getting all that out again. But the water looks really good. I can see that the water level is down on those poles. Maybe today's a good day to put on my waders. I built this little support stop with the wood. It was actually laying down here, most all of it. And why I built that, I don't know, other than I can sit right on it. Although my wife has to sit up here, she has to jump up, so I got to create a step stool or something. This is not rice, this is just weed rice. Weeds are out there. Ground needs to be turned in. This is also one of my favorite spots or one of the cat's favorite spots, because he sits there in the tall grass and waits for all those little birds to land, and then he pounces on them. and brings it up to my porch. But the neighbor, I think I showed in the last video where they had hired a guy, or the tree guy came over and was like, oh, hey, let me cut your trees. So he had cut out a whole bunch of his mango trees for the wood, the old growth mango trees for the wood. And then recently somebody else, I think another old guy, what are these plants? Was over here and he cleaned it all up, basically burned all of the dried leaves, because the guys cut the wood and they just took the wood, filled up their truck with the logs, and all the debris field, they just left it there. So grandpa came in there and burned it all out. It looks like he's also burned around the tree row here. This is so yeah, he's burned all this clear. And it hasn't burned that yet. Probably waiting on that. He probably thinks if he burns it, it'll, maybe catch fire to the bamboo and burn my house down or something. But he burned all that. Those are the stumps left over. Take a look at this land. This is our neighbor, but again, it's like a deceased uncle whose wife is still, or widow is, obviously gonna manage the property. But you got the river starting to water starting to come back a little bit. Might be time for turtles. Well, it's quite shallow, so I don't know how shallow that is. But this is a nice piece of property. When I think about it, he's got a nice drive here. It looked really cool when the trees were all the way up to here. So then you basically drive from the road all the way in here, and then he's got the first canal that kind of just cuts through the road right there over to our property. And he built this little house. I remember 20 years ago, whatever, 25 years ago, when I came out here, he was working out here. Uncle was working on this place, built it himself. Pretty cool. These are big old mango trees, man, but they just, like I said, they just cut off the big parts, chop, took it all. This is actually a pond. It's massively overgrown, but there's definitely water right up underneath there. A lot less water now because it was probably all the way up almost to the bamboo. But yeah, nice piece of property. Got a pond on this side too. A whole bunch of banana trees. So this property area has a crap load of mango trees, banana trees. Got a couple ponds on it. That tree obviously fell down probably in the rains. This is an out building. This is just in this neat small little building. Did all the tile work himself too, and it's still intact. It's dirty, obviously, but it's not cracked, intact, meaning that the floor was built really good. This small little saloon door, or double door for the traditional squat toilet and water basin. Still in great shape. The walls are not separated. No cracks. You got some of the chat or some cracking maybe on the rendering, but I think it was built very good, very strong. It's been as long as, longer than we've been here. So unfinished at the roof, but that's how it would probably stay until you want to put a drop ceiling. Oh, there is one crack. I didn't notice that before. We do have a crack here. So that wall maybe need to come out. A little outdoor porch, probably put water catchment out here or something. He's probably building on that. You got a tree growing right now. So definitely that's probably what cracked that wall right there. Yeah. That tree root probably came up and cracked that wall. And here would be like the little bedroom. And I do not see any cracks in any of the walls here. Again, I think this place and this tile, the floor is not cracked. This place could be, and that looks all straight. You can see where the paint went up, so there's no, the building hasn't subsided to the left or right. So all that stuff's in good shape. This place could be cleaned up in a day. I bet you in 1 day's time, you could make that place into a nice livable quarters. You need to have, and it's got jealousy windows. Roof's in really good shape. And like I say, this is outbuilding. Perfect place to, I don't know if you can park a truck in there. You'd have to park it in over here because that side is definitely too low. That's some old farming stuff in here. That's for also for draining the ponds and for putting water into the farm or whatever. Got a couple of old small fish traps. Some junk, looks like some charcoal making down there. Typical stuff you might see on every type farm. Again, more mango trees back here. You literally could probably have, you can definitely make some money from mangoes if you're a harvester of mangoes. I remember when we were growing up in southern Florida, we lived next to this lady. Actually, the house we rented was owned by Burt Reynolds' father. So it was his aunt and uncle that lived next door. And being that we were hardly never supervised, sometimes my mom would kind of say to the auntie, hey, can you keep an eye on the kids or call me or whatever, so they're not killing each other. And so she would call us over to the fence, or maybe even come in the house and give us just regular mangoes or mango pie or mango pudding, or her favorite, which was mango fudge. And it was there that I learned that I didn't like mangoes. It was just too much, man. I mean, she had a huge mango tree in the backyard. And for her, it was a no-brainer. It didn't cost her any money. She liked cooking and baking, I guess. So she'd just make stuff out of the mangoes, and then that was what we ate. So she didn't have to pay any money out of her own pocket to help feed us, which we were pretty, I don't even know how we paid rent in that place. But back then, it was probably only $400 a month or $300 or $400 a month. My mom would make that from waitressing. And, but yeah, it was pretty cool. But I didn't really like mangoes again until, I started visiting islands and I have mangoes. And of course here, this whole mango sticky rice thing, oh my God. If you're gonna have an addiction, it should be mango sticky rice. And this is still the pond on the backside of this property, even with ours. I took a picture, I posted a picture of this pond a long time ago, I think on Instagram, when it was all blooming with flowers and stuff, and the sun was, I changed the sunset, I think, but pretty cool. Nice view here too. Look at that, huh? I don't know if I can turn my camera. Look at the greenness in that rice field. Ain't nobody gonna be moving out here, Nobody's gonna be building a house out here anytime soon. So you always have this view. And that's one of the things I like about that view from my garden bench over there. Oh, and it also has, what's that? It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 4 big old palm trees. right there, and those big old palm trees also have big old coconuts ready to harvest. But nobody harvests them. Most of those coconuts I saw them, they fall in the river. After they're too old, they fall in the river between our two properties, or they'll just fall in this pond out here. But this is a nice piece of property. Really nice. Got the spirit house back there in the corner. On the other side of this pond is another uncle's property. He comes over and visits, fair enough, because he cuts through here to go work another family land on that side or something. Or it's more banana trees. But yeah, when nobody comes over here to get the bananas or mangoes, maybe sometimes they do. There are people that know which farms are like dormant, and they'll just stop their truck outside and take a walk on somebody's farm and harvest some stuff. Not really for profit, but I think they imagine they just go out and get it so they can eat with it. I'm gonna have to go this way. But yeah, man, if I was looking for property, I'd buy this one because it's just a good piece of property. It's set back from the road. It's got a nice little entranceway, and from this angle, you know, you already got basically a one-bedroom little house there. You could have your outdoor kitchen in the back. You got an outbuilding here to do stuff with. This was probably catchment. Yep. Or maybe that's, I don't know, maybe it's trash, recyclables. But there's the well pump. So, oh yeah, so here's the well right there. Oh yeah, here's the actual hand pump. So, well's already dug. Everything's already in place, basically. Get going. Does he have power? No. That's what I don't see. I mean, it could be underground, I don't know, but I didn't see any power boxes if I remember. And I don't see a pole. So maybe he doesn't have power. That would be the cost, like what we did. We put in that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 poles. And they're only, the poles themselves are like 250 baht or something. So they're like $8 for a pole. And then stringing the line, so that's a minor cost to bring power straight over here. So pretty cool. Hopefully they don't sell it to, you know, to somebody who wipes it all out and builds a whole bunch of stuff. I like it. I like this whole area to kind of stay this way, you know. If I had to buy it to make that happen, that's probably something to think about. But I'm 64. I'm probably gonna be dead soon, so maybe I just don't care. And time races. It's been almost exactly a year since we put the house up on this property. I've been here, I came on the 29th of December, so it's been a year and, 2 weeks? A year and 10 days since I've been back. And that time has flown by. And I was just looking at some of my really older videos, the first couple of videos, and I was thinking, dang. I definitely saw a big, in the videos, I'm looking at all the bugs and stuff that are squirming. I caught it, by the way, a snake the other night. We came home, and I drove up right, to park the truck, and I was like, whoa, I think I just drove over a snake. And so then I got out, and sure enough, there was like about about a 4 foot, maybe 5 foot rat snake laying in the drive, and I did run it over, but it was still alive. But I picked it up, I brought it way out there and chucked it. They're harmless. But again, really, I'm walking all around, and this guy just going, "What you doing, man? What you doing?" Meow, meow. Hey, what are you doing? Aw, what is it? What? Say it again, say it again. Aw. Yeah. But you know, I don't know how motivated I am today. But like I said, I think my wife seems to be motivated by the number of burn piles I have laying around. And, you know, they serve as a mosquito deterrent. But, you know. You like burning stuff, don't you, honey? Well, okay. Oh man. Well, yeah. It's been a heck of a year, man. At first, I thought of looking at all my videos, putting together a year in review kind of clip, but that would probably be hours long. There's too much. Even if I took a 30 or 3-second clip of each little thing, there's 150 videos or whatever, or 65 videos. It would just be too much. It's also a lot of work, and I hope that that I can get better at it, so there's not so much work and being able to create content. I'm not really a content creator, so but I do like if I'm just chilling in my room on the computer, then I can create stuff. I love being able to create something really cool, but there are a lot of man hours involved in doing that. And right now, all my man hours are dedicated to trying to finish this shophouse project. Once that's done, maybe I'll slow down a little bit and get out of here and do some other stuff. But this is life on the farm, man. And you're trying to improve what you have so that you can have it for a little bit later. Because like I say, I'm able to do it right now. I am older. I probably shouldn't be doing it, but I can do it. And later I won't be able to, man. Later, shoot, man. Even probably 5-10 years from now, for sure, I'm not gonna be able to lift a cement pole. No. Unless I have, a winch or whatever, doing some real serious, compensating. But anyway, that's why I do it now. Do it now, and it'll all be set, and then I can just sit and pretty much enjoy it all the time, right? That's where you want to do it. Like your cat, he enjoys everything. Anyway, guys, that's probably going to be about it for today. Hope you liked a little walk around the farm and the property and updates on what we're doing. The deck on the other side, I haven't started that yet. I think I'm going to have one of my subscribers, Douglas, out there, buddy. You're going to help me with the deck. Come for a little visit. I'll probably do the other deck by myself, so I can kind of sort out what I really need and how I'll really do it on the other side, so it's easier. Like when 2 people or 2 or 3 people, whatever, do it on the other side, and maybe I can also reduce some of that heavy lifting. We'll see. All right, man. Well, thanks for watching. Keep watching, and I'll get back at you.